Where's your man at? Hey, give me a kiss before he comes back. Kiss on the cheek before he comes back. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up before he comes back, hurry up. Trust no bitch. Trust no bitch. Man in the restroom trying to take a piss. She's trying to kiss me on the cheek. And he's gonna come back like, hey, what happened?
So I just found out that the reason my husband took me out to dinner is because he's pre-gaming. He's warming up, what shall we call it? He's warming up the American pie. No, he's warming up the apple pie. If you know, you know. So, just so you know, it's highly unlikely that he's going to get to taste the apple pie later. But
I still try.
Yes, he takes pride in the fact that he still makes and goes through much effort to have some apple pie, despite my desire in
have a sip of your drink.
This is not going to help.
Divorce. Nay. Prison. Anyone explain to me why in God's green earth you would marry somebody that you don't want to I just want to know. I want to know why there are so many husbands out here that have to go above and beyond, basically bribe a woman, by the way. Oh, we're not for sale. Our bodies should be respected, but I'm not going to you unless you buy me dinner. When you buy me dinner, I'm still not going to you. Explain something to you. You should want to sleep with your partner. If you don't want to sleep with your partner, something's wrong. You're probably using your partner. You probably don't find your partner attractive. Or you might just be she's going to be the same one that's going to be like, oh, the divorce came out of nowhere. What did I do? I don't know. Denied your husband basic affection? I don't know. And I know I'm going to get all the girlies in the comments and being like, just because we're married doesn't mean we have to have sex. Well, obviously, you Neanderthal, I'm not advocating for here. I'm advocating for, again, why would you marry somebody that you don't want to seem to do this very interesting thing where like they court men too. We just court men in different ways, right? So, well, not we, because I'm definitely not in this group. Women will put on the big show. They'll be seductive. They'll be sweet. They'll be all these things until they have him locked down. Once he's locked down, the stops, the intimacy stops, the effort stops, everything stops. Even still, when he gets fed up and divorces her, she's still going to take half of his and his kids. What a world. And women have the audacity to be like, why would women get married nowadays? Well, it doesn't benefit us. Yes, it does. Actually, it benefits pretty much only you.
If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, she's falling down. If they brag that they do not chase women, if they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for a woman, you like men.
Some women will just tell themselves anything, won't they?
You want to be a princess. You want a man to chase you. They haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually.
Holy homophobia, Batman. Did anyone else notice that they phrase that in such a way as to insinuate that there's something wrong with being gay? But not only that, they're so upset that men aren't interested in chasing some women that they're actually resorting to this.
Guys know, like, it's not about chasing women in particular, like, it's more about pursuing a woman, okay? If they're, like, bragging that they do not pursue women, like, you're kind of girly, kind of weird.
I would like to point out that it only seems to be the women that are upset that they're not being chased by certain men that would actually say such things. And by the way, calling men gay or girly or weird, believe it or not, is not going to get them to chase you. Most of those gentlemen probably actually have a very good grasp of who they are as a person and probably have very good self-esteem. Unlike some others that I could mention.
I just canceled my date while I was doing my makeup. As you can see, I started the base on my eyes.
Canceling a date mid-makeup is crazy work. I just want to start off by saying that.
It may be petty. You can tell me if you think it's petty, but I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's petty.
Food for thought. If someone ever starts a story off by asking if they're being petty, 9 times out of 10, they're being petty.
Like, I ask him, what is the vibe? What's going on? What should I wear? He's like, wear something chill. I go, LOL, what are we doing then? Why would I need to be chill and wear sneakers? Where are we going at 10 o'clock at night? And when he was just like, he sort of didn't answer the question. He just never said it.
What do you mean he never said it? Did he just not answer the question? You sent him a message. What was his response? We want to know.
And I said, well, I was thinking we'd go get like hookah and a cute drink or something, like nothing too crazy, but I would have liked to throw on a cute kitten heel, something cute. And he's just like, well, we could go do that. No, now we can't do that because that was my idea. And you should have had an idea because you texted me to be ready at 10. with no explanation. To me, that to me sounds like you have a plan.
He did have a plan. You disassembled it when he told you to wear something chilled, and you said practically no. I don't want to wear something chilled. I want to be cute tonight. And how do you make a suggestion on what you want to do? He agrees to what you want to do, and now all of a sudden it's like, no, we can't do that anymore. What the f be wrong with some of y'all?
He calls me twice, and he's like, oh, why do you have an attitude? And it's because that you didn't plan anything, and it didn't sound like you had a plan, and it sounded like you half-assed it. He said, oh, well, you said you wanted to go to hookah. You didn't know I wanted to go to hookah until after you said to wear sneakers. So no, it's not about the hookah or anything. It's just like you just didn't have a plan. And whatever your plan was, you didn't want to tell me.
Did it ever occur to you that he probably wanted to surprise you?
And then he's like, oh, well, you want to go somewhere nice and fancy? I was like, I mean, we could have went to Pergola.
I swear this gotta be missing a chromosome or two. Listen, you just made another suggestion. I'm sure he's probably gonna say, hey, let's go. And then you're gonna turn around and say, no, we can't go because it wasn't your idea. What difference does it make? If you want to go have a good time with this person, does it really matter whose idea it is?
Pergola's cute. It's a nice vibe. It's great music in there. The food's good. And then, mind you, we're old. I'm 30 years old. He's 30 plus years old. Like, there's no reason why we should be going to a hookah spot filled with kids.
No, the receptors in her brain are not firing off properly. She literally suggested going to get hookah in the beginning of her story. Not to mention, both of them are 30 plus. Y'all can't be around like this. Y'all ain't got that much time. Y'all do know that, right? I'm not even the one taking this woman on a date, and I'm annoyed. And to answer her question, yes, you were being petty as f. That is not a reason to not go on a date. He probably had something very simplistic planned. You want to do something a bit more complex, so he agreed. What the f is the problem? Not to mention, it seems to me that you're prioritizing the venue more than the interaction, which ultimately means you shouldn't be going on a date in the first place. It all makes sense why some of y'all single. But you know what? You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Gotta keep the change.
This is her when you wanted her, but this is her when she tried to pop up in your DMs talking about, hey, big head. This is her when she's in her prime. This is probably her when you're in your prime. And so if a woman doesn't want you when she's in her prime, when you work to become valuable and you enter your prime, then you should necessarily entertain her. You should keep the same energy, because women are born with value. This is why they say, don't waste your youth, for women in particular, because they just got to try to preserve their value. And they do that by, keeping their body count low, even though today's society, women want to ruin that. But that's really how to preserve the value, maintaining your femininity, maintaining being friendly, fitness wise, cooperative, friendly, and all that. But man, you got to earn yours. We're not born with it. So we got to earn it throughout life. So they come in their prime. We got to come in our prime later.
If a woman has the attitude, what do I need men for? My assignment is answer that question. So what do I need men for? I've done a lot of informal surveys. I'd ask the women, think about how many women that you know are for you. They're your friends. How many women does it take to make you feel as safe as one man you know is for you? And I've watched them, and they're thinking and thinking and thinking, and then they start to shake their heads. There is no number of women that makes a woman feel as safe as one man that she knows is for her. If a woman is leading with sexuality and bringing out take energy in men, they're either scary or she's sure she can manipulate them, but she's still not going to feel safe. Where if he's charmed and enchanted by her, which causes a man to care, you guys closely guard caring. Something else I learned from men, it's your biggest expenditure of energy. And it has this paradox. Women think men are simple. Men even say men are simple. No, not caring can feel like freedom, but not caring can turn into, I have no purpose. My life is shit. It's not for anything, right? And then men have said, when a woman needs something from me, I have a purpose.
My nephew's 18. He's still a child.
I'll send him to me then.
No, I'd absolutely never do that.
Hopefully I'll find him in my queue one day.
No, I don't think he will, because he has respect for himself. I don't know if it's something
the
you're
men
familiar
that
with.
come see me have a lot of respect.
They don't, unfortunately. I know you might think they do.
How many of you asked that I've slept with?
I would never ask anyone that you slept with, because I don't know
So you
anyone
don't know
you
that
slept
you've not got respect?
Look, I'm just sitting here with my cake and my Cool Whip, and I just want to say I am so grateful for the fact that society is starting to catch on to female predators. I'm just shocked that it took Bonnie Blue for y'all to realize that women can be too. Oh my God, that rhymed. Call me Dr. Seuss. The way I would have flown over that table and mollywopped that bitch. Oh, I could never do an interview with Bonnie Blue.
You know, modern women don't really understand. For some reason, they haven't learned the art of being quiet. They don't know when enough is enough. They don't, and being quiet, it's almost like knowing when to tone it down as well. Knowing when, hey, this is not my scene. Maybe I shouldn't be dressing like this anymore. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. They just keep it up. They tried it. Oh, I still got it. I still can do a little move, bust a little move like I did when I was 20. You're 70. Why would you want to? Why would you want to? That's what men don't understand. Y'all talk about how mature you are in your speech and your thought pattern, and you're still trying to be like a 22-year-old woman in the club. You're past that. Start acting like it. That's not cute. That's not sexy. And contrary to what you believe, men don't really even want that.
Men don't care.
No, best
We
believe
don't
men don't
care.
care. You ain't met my man. You ain't met my man. You ain't met my man. Let's just be real.
Does he have kids?
No. Okay, you know what? Okay, you want to go.
It's just a question.
No, he doesn't have kids.
I don't want to categorize him incorrectly.
He doesn't have kids, but.
So he's one of those that got a chick with 2 kids and he don't have kids? He's one of those?
Correct. He's one of those, but guess what? He wants to have a big family. He wants a lot of kids. And I can't give that to him, but I can give him at least 1, and that's about it, because I got 2 already. And that's just his
You
way
just
to-
said
he's a
he
great
can't have
man.
his dreams come true because he's with you.
I'd rather take 100,000 pennies over $100,000 because 100,000 in pennies is worth more than $100,000. Isn't that concerning?
Be so for real right now. Oh, trust me, it's concerning. But not for the reason you think it is. Okay? Because what the is that math? What is that? Listen, I ain't the brightest crayon in the shoebox, but something about that just don't add up. What the hell?
Saying I don't date single moms, the way that women say I don't date broke men, would that be seen as preference or prejudice?
It will be seen as prejudice by women, by some women, I imagine, but preference by men. But the answer is it's preference.
Yeah.
I feel like just because a woman has a baby, that doesn't mean it's the end for them. Like, they still have, if it didn't work out with their baby daddy, they still have a chance to find their person. I love when men take on women with babies. Like, I'm like,
Of
that's
course you do.
amazing.
I think it would be seen as prejudice, although I think it's fair. I think if you don't want to date someone who has a baby, whether you're a woman or a man, I think that should be your choice, and I think it's completely fair.
Why is it not seen as prejudice when women don't want to date broke men?
Brain break.
Because you don't want anyone to be leeching off of you. I think men and women should be completely equal as far as like how much they work and bring to the table. But the truth is, like, women do carry children, and if they have to be out of work for a while, then the men should be able to make up for that. So I would not date someone who's broke.
Oh, it's actually wild to watch the cognitive dissonance within real time. You cannot, within the same sentence, say that you believe in equality and also give an example of inequality within your thinking. To have a man say, I don't want to be with a single mom, and it could be for financial reasons, you gonna call him prejudice. Meanwhile, it's okay for a woman not to date a broke guy, not because of financial reasons, but because, as a woman, I have to be in a situation and I'm going to have kids. I'm going to have to, and it's a very struggle filled time. Like, it's absolutely insane to listen to them cope of why the logic doesn't apply to them.
If women had to self-improve to attract hypergamous men, would they call that oppression or accountability?
Men will call it accountability, I suppose.
Probably oppression. I would feel like I'm pressured if I had to, make sure I look like this good every day just to be with someone. I would definitely feel pressured.
It's actually insane. With that logic, you flip genders, men are currently oppressed. Interesting.
Are you ordering?
Yeah, I'm waiting in line.
Oh, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm waiting in line.
Oh, okay. Can I wait with you?
Yeah, you're good.
So at first I thought she might have been trying to get away from somebody because she came over and immediately grabbed me by the hand when she asked me that. So I thought she was going to have me pretend to be her boyfriend because there was somebody following her.
How'd you guys night going?
Pretty
Good, yeah. We're trying to just get 2 lemon drops, so we're not trying to get anything crazy.
Okay, that's what's up.
Do you want to take it with us?
Huh?
Do you want to take lemon drops with us?
I'm okay. I'm gonna get a Crown and Sprite.
Oh. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew? I'm Kylie.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. You notice the immediate vocal tonality change because I didn't immediately agree to what she wanted?
Take lemon drops with us.
I'm okay. I don't. Too acidic for me. I'm gonna stick with my usual.
What kind of shot do you like?
I don't normally do shots. I just drink. I'll sip a mixed drink.
I don't take shots either, but I deadass don't take shots, but I'll take. This is the equivalent to a girl telling you, I usually don't do this before you hook up on a first or second date. I think I'm okay. Just because you're cute.
Huh?
I said just because you're cute.
I can't do it. So, you're like the 5th girl who's done that tonight. I swear. Don't do like this. I understand that girls want free drinks, but if you got it like that, dudes are gonna offer to buy you drinks, which, I mean, I don't really recommend. As a dude, you don't just go around buying random girls drinks because of like this. So that's why during interactions, I generally recommend just making conversation and judging the interest level from there. You don't lead with buying a girl a drink because there's a lot of girls who just go around at night expecting free drinks out of guys with no type of interest in them at all, just looking at them as a source of a free drink. So don't be the guy who gets suckered into buying girls like this drinks simply because you can't say no. And with that being said, guys, I hope you got some value out of this, and I'll see you in the next video.
Many people ask themselves this question: why can one man date a lady for a long period of time, and then the next lady he gets into a relationship with, he marries her in a short period of time? What causes this? I want everybody to know that God gave men the highest spiritual intelligence. God gave men the power to name a thing the very minute they see it. Unlike women, men are not easily deceived. This is why the serpent never spoke to Adam, rather he spoke to Eve. So the very minute that a man sees you, he has already named you. That's why each and every animal that passed before Adam, he was able to name it. He was not confused. He never switched the names. And the very minute he opened his eyes from deep sleep, he was not struck with confusion. He saw her and he called him bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of a man. That is not a man who was confused. So men will know the very minute they see you if you are their wife or not. The problem is many women think that the man is confused. They think that I need to do so much. Let me cook, let me sleep with him, let me do this, let me pay this, so that he can see that I am worthy to be his wife. And he knows that you are not his wife. So the man can stay in the relationship for a very long time, knowing very well that you are not his wife. He's not going to deny all the free things that you are giving him. He's not going to tell you, no, stop, don't do that, you're not my wife. No, he is not. The problem is, while the man is in the relationship for a very long time, knowing very well that you are not his wife, the lady who is in the long-term relationship, she is full of confusion. She keeps on praying, God, will this man ever marry me? Lord, should I be in this relationship or should I leave? So the person that is confused in these long-term relationships, it is never the man. It is always the lady, because women are susceptible to deception, but men were not created to be deceived. So I want everybody to know, men are not confused beings. They have spiritual intelligence. They know if you are their wife or not. He will just waste your time only if you allow him to waste it.
So you want to know why a lot of black women are single and why only 27% of black women, I did my research last night, it's now 27%, as to why only 27% of black women are getting married nowadays? because they're too busy giving the black man what they think and feel he deserves instead of giving the black man what he wants. Black men have been saying since the beginning of the time loudly, I don't want a woman who wears a whole bunch of weave. Modern black men are now saying, I'm tired of y'all wearing the fake eyelashes. I'm tired of all the makeup. I'm tired of the bust-down lace front wigs with the swoops in the front that look crazy. I'm tired of y'all not going to the gym. I'm tired of y'all making excuses for not going to the gym, being overweight. I'm tired of y'all being argumentative. I'm tired of y'all not cooperating. They have literally been screaming at the top of their lungs. And black women are still doing whatever they want to do, saying, oh, even though you said you wanted all these things, nah, I'm not going to give you all those things. I'm going to give you what I feel as though you deserve. So this package here that's not cooperative, that's overweight, that talks back, that has the weave and bust down lace front wigs, I'm going to give you this instead, and you just need to accept it. Black men are tired, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to get together.
You know, these modern women, I think there was a clip, the MTR was reacting to it, where, it's complicated. The original channel is giving these interviews and he's asking good questions. And a lot of times you see these modern women, they have a line of thinking. And when he starts asking critical questions, at first you see him rapid fire, they're firing it off, right? I've already thought about this. I have an answer to it. But the longer it goes and the more questions he's asking, then the more they have to stop and think. And they try to hold fast to what they believe. But then it's like, well, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Well, we can get pregnant, so you're going to have to make up for that. Okay. So since I'm going to have to do more labor, well, I'm carrying the child, so you're going to have to do more of the work. Right. And that's what I'm saying. If I have to do more of the work, then shouldn't I have a say-so in what that looks like? If I have to do more of the work, say for instance, I carried the baby, I feel the baby, I feel the child, I understand this, and this. So naturally I'm better at this, right? So shouldn't we both, even though we're learning how to do, kind of cross training, if you will, shouldn't we be able to speak on what we're an expert at? At the very least, at the bare minimum, that would be the case. But it seems like modern women, they want to speak on both sides. They should be able to know what a woman is, or they should be able to understand. And I should say they should be able to speak to. And I want a stronger word than speak to, because they're more demanding. They're more dominate. They should be able to dominate the thought of, well, this is what a woman is, and this is what a man is. And so I get to talk about both and and this and that. Foolishness.
This is why we're walking away. We're walking away because we can't have our way. Things have changed. Women are stronger now. They're smarter now. They're more efficient, more proficient. They're able to get their own now. You can't do these women like you used to. You can't run game on the women like you used to. Black women especially tired of it. They're willing to without you. They're willing to alone. But most of them are not willing to not have those kids before leaving this world. So they're going to come get those kids, and they know y'all suckers are going to give it up. So what are you going to do in return? What you going to get in return? Y'all go crazy when y'all see some shaking.
Sir, my name is for him. We do this for that.
Y'all got to be able to see behind that. But you got to position yourself so you can have that leverage. And if every man I talk to, I always ask, if you look at yourself in the mirror, can you honestly say to yourself, like, you're where you want to be at to be able to get the results you want to get?
What's your plan when men start walking away from marriage? What's your plan?
So, do men or women get a raw deal from marriage? Because you just said men walking away from marriage. So, is he culpable for doing that?
What is your plan when men walk away from marriage?
Is he responsible for walking away from a marriage?
Topic. What is
or
your
is
plan?
He just never guilty of anything?
My point is the very microphone you're using was built by men. The building was built by men. And there's no gratitude or appreciation. You just tell them they're not doing enough.
Got me. You got me. Yep.
So I don't know who needs to hear this, but as a woman, I want to give you a word of advice. Don't date black men. Black men are the worst. They're disrespectful. They don't care about women. All they do is cheat, lie, and steal. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm a mother of 3 and I have 3 different baby daddies. I also have had 20 bodies in the last month. But I'm letting you know now with the type of woman that I am, like the high value woman that I am, I bring a lot to the table. You know, obviously, who doesn't want a woman with kids? Who doesn't want a woman, you know, that's been used up and ran through? But I do highly recommend to stop talking to black men because they're not going to help you. They're not going to bend over backwards for you. They're not going to do anything for you. You know, they should take care of women with kids. They should use their hard-earned money on us, but guess what? They don't. You know why? Because they're sassy. They're sassy. All they do is they want to do each other because they're sassy. That's all they are. And I'm telling you right now, if you knew what they do behind closed doors with their homeboys, you'd be afraid of them too. I'm telling you now, you ask them for money, they won't give it to you. Last time I asked a man for $60K, I had to dump him because he couldn't provide that. And you know what I need in this world? A provider. And you know what else I need? A man who's gonna what? Stand up for himself and do things for his queen. Right, ladies? Clock it, ladies. If he's not making $1 million within a couple of minutes, what is the point of dealing with him? And if this man is not going to stop following girls and liking their pictures, then why be with him? Oh, don't forget, I also post bikini pictures. I also bust it wide on social media and do twerking videos. But I do have God quotes in my bio. Yes, God quotes are in my bio because the Lord is within me. And we all know the Lord doesn't judge. So, of course, my OF link is in my bio. Go ahead and check it out. It's called creamybuttons.com. Go ahead. That's the link. You guys will see it. But before I even get further into this, please keep God in your life and understand that these men are not good for you, especially black men, because they're the ones who are going to use you. That's all they do is use women and they don't appreciate you. And when you actually, you know, tell a man what you need and what you want, he can't provide. So don't even waste your time, ladies. You know how stupid that sounds? That's exactly how the fuck you sound when you come on this platform talking about black men need to pay for me, black men needed this. Get a damn job. You know what's crazy? You guys can get BBLs, dentures, and stupid Easter basket wigs that look up, but you can't buy yourself your own. You guys don't even know how to cook food from scratch. You don't even bake no more. You'd rather sell your butthole online than make a meal. If you can't make cookies from scratch, if you can't make food from scratch, if you can't make mac and cheese, stop asking a man to provide for you. You're not even a godly or a traditional woman. Cállate, yeah.
Women are doing at home between $150,000 to $250,000 a year in domestic labor.
So you're saying women are doing $150,000 to $200,000 of unpaid labor?
Yes.
Have you thought about the unpaid labor that men do around the house? Construction, landscaping, plumber,
Yes.
electrician, pest control, security guard, IT support, chauffeur, mechanic, babysitter, etc.
That is such a fantastic point. Do you own a firearm?
No.
Would you date a guy who owns a firearm?
Yes.
Okay,
I have
you dated?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's interesting because you're saying, well, for you to have a full-time armed security guard, which is what women have, that's really expensive. Women basically have executive protection for free. That's unpaid labor. In fact, can I ask you a question? Husbands should be willing to protecting you.
Yes.
Take the bullet.
Yeah.
Would you do the reverse for him?
No.
If we're talking about unpaid labor, if I wanted to hire 24/7 security, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
I when men are like, single women today only want men for their bank accounts and their good looks. I'm like, what bank accounts? What good looks? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what is this mirage that you're feeding to me? Like, find me a man who's like nice and funny and smart and hot and rich. Like, find me that man. I mean, they do exist. They're men. What you're explaining to me is a man. Maybe he is a straight man and exists somewhere and he's probably married to some beautiful girl, and I love that for both of them, but that's not you. Usually the person that's saying that is neither hot nor rich. It just kills me. I love it. Single women only want hot rich men. I'm like, where are they? You're ugly. What are you talking about? It's crazy.
What are you bringing to guys that you can make these demands of them, right? She's basically saying these guys don't exist, right? There's no nice, funny, hot, rich, smart. Well, that's a lot to have all in one. A. Secondly, if you're going to be that picky, you better be, I don't know, are you like Cinderella or something?
It says 90%, and you could talk about facts, but I'm going to give you stats, Willie. 90% of black men would never marry. 90% of black men would never marry. 90% of black men would never marry. 30% of black women would never be married and have to marry outside their race if they want to get married in general.
36% of black men are married as opposed to black women's 29%. That may not sound high, but what matters is the direction. Back in 2017 to 2021, black men's marriage rates was around 34%. And black women's was closer to 28%. Black men's marriage rate has grown about 0.8 percentage points per year. If that same steady pace continues, no miracles, no manipulation, black men will reach roughly 40% married by 2027. That's not an exaggerated claim. It's a statistical projection based on real data.
And the suicide rate is the highest in black men.
And the suicide rate is the highest in black men.
In every data set, white men, and in some cases, Native and indigenous men have the highest self-deletion rates by far. Black men do not rank number one in self-deletion rate comparison nationally. You have to correct this type of information because this isn't about minimizing self-deletion, guys. It's simply about stopping, the harmful narratives that pathologizes black men as uniquely broken, self-hating, or emotionally collapsing. This type of rhetoric, man, it creates a stigma in the black community that black men are suffering more than everyone else, even when the data says otherwise.
I hate when women get online and tell other women, don't care about these men, act like you don't have any feelings, don't have any emotions, don't show anything. What are you talking about? We are women. We can show that we have feelings. That's not a crime. That's not weakness. We're supposed to be loving, nurturing, feminine. Like, y'all act like it's something wrong with being weak at the knees. How I could be weak at the knees? So what? I'm sad. And I can express that I'm sad. I'm not a man. Y'all really be having pissing contests with men. Oh, we don't care just like the men. I ain't no man. And I don't compete with men. I don't know what happened, the shift, but I don't like it. Sometimes my chest be hurting, my head, my heart is aching. And that's okay for me to express that.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the third person, by the way, broke now, who cares? Third female who has told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him. But what? What is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on. And I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never, ever, ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing. And so I don't know what's up with these new age pick-me's, but has anybody else experienced this? I've already got 3 of my homegirls telling me this, y'all. What is going on today? This is why I'm telling you, y'all, I would just be single before I do all of this stressful stuff that goes on in the dating world. And I mean, I
think modern women, regardless of who you are, you could have a PhD, master's degree, it really doesn't matter. Modern women are going to say whatever they need to keep this narrative. A lot of times modern women are saying these things to make themselves, they're saying these things to make themselves feel better. They really don't have a lot going on as far as relationships go. Now, you got to give them their kudos. Some of these modern women, they get out there and they be getting the bag, man. They be getting the bag, they be doing it. And you be like, hey, man, good for you. But, it seems like when they get to relationships, all of that knowledge, all of that passion, all of that know-how, it flies out the window. All of that, I want to go for it, and anything that I do, I go hard after it, and I make sure I make it successful. Seems like it goes out the window because these modern women, they be doing anything and everything to to make sure their relationships fail. They don't be doing nothing right in relationships.
Bradley is wrong about why women leave. His whole theory is that men got soft, beta husbands, lazy providers, and if guys would just man up, their wives would stay. His prescription is testosterone, his cure is 1955. Here's where he's missing it. Women file nearly 70% of divorces in this country, and most of the men that I've sat across from were working long hours, coming home to the kids, handling the things she never sees, and still they weren't doing enough. She isn't filing because she's doing two jobs. She's filing because she's been told she's doing two jobs. From inside the room, the women who file aren't the most tired. They're the most connected. She isn't divorcing you. She's divorcing the marriage she watches on her phone all day. The divorced friend posting beach photos captioned, "The soft life saved me." The TikTok therapist diagnosing her marriage in 60 seconds. The single mom influencer with the spotless kitchen, the calm kids, and a morning routine that never includes a husband. The IG coach selling boundaries courses where her husband is always the boundary. The post-divorce glow-up reel, new haircut, new body, new caption. I finally chose me. Every one of these is selling her the same story. The woman on the other side of the divorce is calmer, freer, hotter, and finally herself. Brad's fix is to go backwards, but you can't. You can't unspoil the algorithm. You can't put 2007 back in the box. She isn't filing because she's exhausted. She's filing because she's been told the next chapter is better. She's been told that by everyone in her phone.
Highest divorce rates, 2 women. Lowest divorce rates, 2 men. Highest rates of 2 women. Lowest rates of 2 men. 75 to 80% of divorces filed by women. Top reasons: boredom, unhappiness, no longer compatible. Highest rates for maltreatment of children by women. Women consume social media at a far higher rate than men. Women are also 3 times more likely to deal with mental health issues than men. When you share these statistics, you are automatically labeled a misogynist pick-me who hates women, but fortunately, I care more about truth than being accepted by the sisterhood.
A lot of us were raised by women who hate men. Women who had so much unresolved pain, bitterness, and trauma that they passed that hatred down. Nobody want to talk about it because it disrupts the narrative that women can do no wrong. But be honest, how many of y'all grew up hearing, "Don't depend on no man. All men are dogs. Don't let no man play with you. Men only want one thing." But not once did they tell you how to choose a good man. Not once did they tell you how to communicate with a man. Not once did they tell you that not all men are your enemy. The wild part about it is most of those women wasn't healing. They was projecting. They was recruiting you into their war against men that they started, that they lost, and that they never recovered from. Now whole generations of women is out here fighting battles that they never experienced. Blaming men they never even met. Getting into relationships already angry at somebody who isn't even in the room.
Equal treatment for women! Equal treatment for women!
Except we're getting charged with a crime.
What?
Well, men generally get harsher prison sentences than women. That's not fair.
Okay. Equal treatment for women except we're getting charged with a crime!
And when playing sports and fighting. Well, men and women shouldn't play sports together because men are physically stronger than women. It's not fair. It's not fair. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Equal treatment for women except we're getting charged with a crime and playing sports and fighting!
And paying for dinners and buying drinks and getting drafted into the military and doing dirty jobs. Come on. Okay, guys, I got a better idea. Let me just 1 second.
Treat us like women! Treat us like women! Treat us like women!
If you were to take 10 men and 10 women and abandon them on a desert island, there'd be no talk of feminism. There'd be no talk of girl boss. There would be women collecting berries and making little beds, and there'd be men hunting and building shelters. And if they didn't do that, they would. The men would go instantly masculine, the females would go instantly feminine, and that's the only way the tribe would survive.
The only reason why women are doing the that they're doing is because they know that somebody's out there to save them. I don't care, even if it's the government, there is somebody out there that is going to save them. There are other men out there that, even though they talk about, I don't need men and whatever, they still run to men for help. Because when they go to court, most of the time it's going to be a male judge siding with them and giving them what they want.
So stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice. And I hate when a says, "Oh, I'm single by choice." No, you're not. You're single by choices. You're single by the choices that you make. You chose to have multiple kids with multiple. That's why you're single. You chose to hang out with single, bitter bitches. That's why you're single. You chose to stay in a relationship with a. Now you are traumatized for life because of that. That's why you're single. All of these are choices. Okay. You're not choosing to be single. And for you that want to convince me and anybody else that you can have any man you want, where is he? Go get him. Exactly. You over here choosing to work on your career and focus on your career rather than focusing on building a healthy relationship with somebody. That's why you're single. By choices, not by choice. Stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice.
I love when guys think it's a flex to be like, I don't chase women. Okay. Bye. Go find your husband then.
Okay, bye. Hey, I'm over here. Please don't go. Oh no, where are all the good men at? I love women genuinely, but what they say and what they actually mean are two completely different things. What you actually want him to be chasing is his goals, his dreams, his passions, and his desires, because that is his way of chasing the things that you truly want in the long term, which is long-term stability and a secure family.
Most men have never been and would never be. Most women cannot tolerate anyone telling them what to do, yet expect a man to fix all their problems whenever they need. Most women want the same rights that men have, but refuse to take the same responsibility as men. Ladies, if you want a good relationship with men, stop blaming them for everything. The men that you're living with in this world today, first of all, had nothing to do with men 50, 100, 200 years ago. Second of all, just want to find a woman who they can love and build a life with. But apparently a lot of y'all don't want that. Then you complain how there's no good men left. Maybe men aren't the problem. Have you thought about that?
Can we please cut this where women are saying, I left because I felt unsafe. I felt unheard. I felt... I don't believe that. I honestly don't. Because women are pushing their insecurities onto men. You left him because of your feelings. I honestly hate this. It's a huge cop-out to not take accountability for her personal destruction in her own life and the way that she's destructed the own relationship. Like, whenever women go on the internet being all like, well, the moment he makes me feel unloved, I'm gonna leave. Nah, you made yourself feel unloved. But you're projecting that onto him because you don't want to admit that you're feeling insecure. You are looking at him to fill an unfulfillable void. Like, y'all are seriously leaving people because of your feelings? Seriously? Do you want a man to leave you because of his feelings? And I'm not even trying to say that these women are bad people. Like, I know a lot of you guys probably think like, oh, you know, based on the things Jenna says, it means I should leave. I am not an advocate for leaving someone. I'm an advocate for believing that they can change, building them up as a person. Because at the end of the day, we do need to take accountability for the way that people treat us, because they're always reflecting us, because we attract who we are. At the end of the day, like, women should stop caring about their feelings too much. It's gonna destroy everything, right? So if you're the type of girl who left a man based on your feelings, better apologize, because he was probably a good man and, you know, you couldn't take it. A lot of women cannot handle being with a good man because then all of their insecurities are coming out, and then the man doesn't even know how deep her insecurities are because she's not talking about it, and then she's sabotaging the relationship, and then he's thinking, oh, she doesn't want anything serious with me, when in reality she's just so insecure, and maybe she's not even self-aware of it. Like, it's just like, stop bullshitting people. Like, it's not his fault the way that you're feeling. You're an adult, take responsibility for it, but do not leave a good man because you don't like that he didn't do something the specific way that you wanted him to do it. Respect a man's timing. He's gonna do things on his own timing, and that's okay. One-on-one coaching and bio.
And, I really like what the clip was saying when I think he was talking about a guy that was saying that men have gotten soft and all that stuff. And that's what I keep on saying. We keep on doing this thing to where we keep on blaming it solely on men. And that's not the case. These modern women are if somebody continues to market to you, this is what you want. This is what you're looking for. We hear countless women, oh man, I should have left earlier. This is it. But we also hear a lot of those women say, well, I didn't think it would be this hard. And, I actually, maybe I don't need my husband. Cause you can't say that, but I do need some help. I wish I had a little bit of help. Right. I do enjoy being by myself. I was married for a long, long time. And, I just kind of want to do my own thing, but it would be nice to have somebody by my side every now and then. And I do actually need some help with this and with that. And it's not just groceries. The yard is growing and there's a lot of things that I need to do in my garage, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. If you'd have treated your husband right and had a more positive attitude, maybe you would have had somebody. I mean, God dog, if you guys would have start talking about boundaries and what you actually wanted in the marriage and communicated and stopped stepping on each other's toes, who knows where you'd have been.